Guys, finally we made it. This is the first video in the channel. I'm so excited. I hope you're doing well. And in this video, I'm gonna establish some basics, right? I'm gonna talk to you what is my contract, what is my agreement with you guys, why you should come back in the future, what I'm proposing here that is different than the other YouTubers, why you should hear or listen to me. And I hope in the future, anyone with some initial questions, I will refer back to this video so they can watch back and get the basics out of the way, right? Two things I want to accomplish in this video: introduce myself, establish those basics, and talk about price levels in the chart, right? So I am CryptoArk. I am a software architect by profession, 15 years or so, and I love technology, right? I have worked with blockchain before, since 2012 when I first got into contact with crypto, right? I was not trading or buying anything, but I was into the technology itself. So that fascinates me, and that's what drove my passion towards crypto, right? One of my beliefs in crypto is the future of humanity, no doubt, right? Even today, right now, I think it's so stupid for us having money or traded money, like paper money or anything that is physical. That is stupidity, to be honest, right? Either gold, silver, goats, chickens, whatever we traded in the past, right? Shells. It's so stupid because it's a physical meaning. It does not match our needs for money, our needs for trading. And of course there are many economists and people much well versed than me to talk about that, but that's it. That's why I love crypto, right? Because I believe in it so much. And when I first got into crypto, I was absolutely destroyed. I got wrecked. In here that I'm gonna just walk you through very quickly. Nothing big, nothing stupid. Just some basics about CryptoArk. Some golden rule. There's no golden rule. That's true. There's no thing that is gonna make you money and in a few days or hours make you rich, or in a month or in a few months. That does not exist, right? What I'm proposing here: only real trades, no bias, no moon boy, no perma bear, right? Focus on extra safe strategy. That's my goal. That's what I do. Very lucrative strategy with minimum risk. Combine multiple confluences, right? I have my own indicator. You guys probably know it. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably have seen that before. I have my indicator that I put all my trading knowledge into it, right? That's the concretization of my trading knowledge. But I don't rely on just one thing. It has to be multiple ones, right? Even my indicator, if only the indicator is saying something, I will not take a trade if everything else is saying the opposite, right? So what's the target? My personal target, and what I see as a very lucrative target, is 20 to 30% per month growth, right? So you have an account, 20 to 30% per month. That is roughly 3 times per year, 300% per year, right? Roughly. So you can make 3 times your money in a year. If you put 10,000, you make 30. If you put 100, you make 300. That's a pretty good deal, right? Per year. So that's my goal. Not gonna make you rich quick. It's gonna make you rich with the right knowledge, right? What is the strategy? Real quick. Never ever get liquidated. Never. We are not here to lose money, right? But we do accept minimal losses. When trend is shift and we are on the wrong side of the trade, we may cut losses in order to re-enter later on, right? Or in order to shift completely our bias. Some prerequisites, things that I'm not gonna talk about here. I'm not gonna explain in the details, in the basics, but I will explain a little bit further, like more in depth. But I require you guys to also have all those three things, right? Knowing how to trade futures, knowing perpetual, quarterly, inverse, and margin, and how to read candlesticks. We're gonna use those things all the time, right? Back to charts. So that's good. It's still falling a little bit. Good, little puppy. Cool. Let's first talk about the first two videos. I was planning to do one about trend lines, but it's way more important to talk about levels, right? If you understand exactly how to make levels, you're gonna have so much advantage, right? So much advantage. So first things first, find a chart that is right for you. Why? Each exchange, as you can see here, if you type BTC, USD, each exchange have their own chart. So it depends on the exchange that you trade, right? As I trade on Binance, I'm gonna use Binance chart, but I'm not gonna use this one. This is shit. This is calculated by TradingView, right? TradingView, the platform. I'm gonna use USDT. That's the precise number for Binance. Why do we need precise numbers? You're gonna know very quickly. We do need those very, very precise numbers because we're gonna do things like we're gonna mark the very bottom of that week or that week, right? And we're gonna use the tool, the right tool, to see that level. So I know this is the price that I'm gonna put on my trade, right? Of course, markets move, there's a range, we're gonna talk about all of that, but identifying those key levels, those key prices, that is very important, right? All right, so let's first find a shitty chart that I don't have anything draw. Maybe this one. Yeah, I never draw on this one. Perfect. Cool. We're gonna talk about the market, right? How the market works. First thing you need to understand is the different time frames. I use all of them. Do you trade on here, blah, blah, blah? No, I use all of them. That shit that, higher time frame is a major confirmation. It's a better confirmation. The lower time frames are weak. That is bullshit, right? That is bullshit. You have to understand that the market is something fluid. The market is not a bunch of candlestick, right? A candlestick is a shadow of the market. The real market, it's dynamic. It goes up and down all the time. If you look at the 1 minute chart, you're gonna be crazy, right? You're gonna go crazy, absolutely crazy, because it's moving. But yeah, we have to understand what the market is doing. First things, I don't use colors. People ask, do you use colors? No, I don't use colors because I hate colors. They are distraction. I hate noise. I don't like noise. Anything that is noise, it's bad, right? So you have to understand that there are multiple confluences. By the way, this guy is about to bounce. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose that trade. Okay, but I posted on Twitter. I'm still waiting. Cool. So what's gonna happen here, right? We're gonna look at the multiple time frames, and this guy is the weekly. We're gonna go all the way to smaller time frames, trying to see a trend, try to identify where the market is going next, right? And why the key level. The key levels are so important, right? If we mark one here, we're gonna talk about that. This guy. But it's not just this guy, right? You have to understand, if we go back there, if we go back to this point in time, you have to understand that this was the lowest point. But on top of that, we have that week. Look at that. This week was precisely 4255. Wow, rounded numbers. What surprise. Of course, humans trade the market, not monkeys, right? Humans. And humans love to input those rounded numbers, right? And here we have another level, right? Did you see what I just did? I'm gonna talk about that in a second. but I just put a mark on the highest week and another mark on the candle close, right? How I know those two? Let's move on. See this guy? He just bounced out of that level, right? Let's do something more funny. Here, let me get this out of the way. We knew this was the all-time high, right? This lasts for a month, almost a month, yeah. And everyone was like, no, Bitcoin will not break all-time high, will not break all-time high. Oh, look at that, it's bouncing, and I lost that trade. Oh, Bitcoin was not going to break the all-time high, yeah. But in the moment we broke it, was a frenzy, and everyone was buying Bitcoin after that, because they knew that level was going to be very, very strong in the future, right? So let's just keep that level there. We know it was something around 20k, but now we want to identify new levels. How do we do that, right? After a big rally, right, this is what we are looking for. Reversals are key for the market. When we see reversals, we mark right away the highest week. What do you do next? Now you look for the next candle close, then you mark it. What I love to do, I use the rect tool, so I can create a rect inside that. Look at that. Do I need to explain anything else? Do I need to say how important are to be precise to identify levels? Look at that. Let's go to lower time frames. Do you want to see what happened to those levels? Let's see. Daily. Whoa. Out of it. Bounce. Rejection. Break it. Bounce. Should I keep going? Look at this. Look at how precise was this bounce. Was precise to the dollar. Why was so precise? Why? Because this level is what people are looking at, and this is the exchange chart, the exact exchange chart, right? In this exchange, of course, this is not Binance. In this exchange, so every time that people trade in this exchange, this is how they're gonna see. This is where they're gonna put their limit orders, right? You wanna go to smaller time frames? Let's see. Even today, you wanna bet how that is reacting? Look at that. You could make great trades just out of this level, right? People were crazy when we were here. This was September, right? 52, and we went down back here. People were screaming like, oh, we're going to 37, we're going to 36, 35, and I was like, no, I'm longing as much as I can. Look at this, 62%. If you want to make a trade from this guy to this level, yeah, 38, right? So this is how you identify key levels. If we go back here, let me explain. Of course, the market is dynamic. That's what I said. What you want to, if you want to do another level, right? Another strong level. You find now, we found just the highest week. Now you're gonna find the lowest week. This guy. Remember, we go to the next candlestick body. The body is too far. This cannot be a level, right? It has to be something small like this. So what do we do? Well, we go back and we look at what happened, because of course this is the weekly, right? If we go back to daily, we're gonna identify more and more things. So you see that week over there, you mark it. If you go to the weekly, you're gonna see that that's a week, right? That's the bottom of the week. So you do the same thing, and now you have your two levels. And look at how price reacted to those two levels, like magnet. If you remember back here, just to see how strong is this key level. This is, for me, is the strongest and the most key level in Bitcoin right now. Back in May, we bounced out of this level many times. Look at this, precise to the dollar, right? Look at this, we bounced out of it. But in the moment, we broke this line. You remember this probably, right? If you were here, like 26%. Yes, was 20% crash in one single day, and that was Bitcoin. 26 out. They crashed 50%. Some of them 80%. Crazy. Look at this again. How precise is that level? It bounced to the precise dollar, right? To the precise dollar. How crazy this is! Because this level, again, was a point back in time that people actually bought. So understand the psychology behind this, right? If the market has bounced, the market gave you indication that, hey, there are people buying at those levels, right? There are actually orders, big orders buying at those levels. And sellers, they lose momentum, right? They lose momentum when they hit here. In the future, look at this. How long was it? It was 150 days in the future, and we reacted to the same level. Why? Orders, right? People look at the charts and they said, oh, this was the level, right? 28772. Well, that's where I'm gonna put my order. Yeah, and that's what they do, right? That's what whales do. Ordinary people, not so much. But I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you learn, and I hope next time when you see this shit happening, you are going to be the whale, right? You are going to be the whale saying, well, you know what? I'm gonna buy it 28772. Yes, look at this. Was the lowest point in this chart, right? Nothing was lower than this, right? Not even the 30K. 30K was a very psychological level, yes, you can say. But in my opinion, if you go to the Binance USDT, you're gonna see was 30 precise, like was 30 mark. But that doesn't matter, right? For me, that is more important. There was a week below it, so we had to catch that liquidity, right? Some big orders in that zone. All right, that's it, guys. This is the first video. I hope you enjoy. I hope it's not so big, not so boring, and I hope you come back. So please subscribe, hit the bell, get notification, and yeah, everything, share, like, and you know the drill, right? See you guys on the next one. Bye.